Namaste, Sacred Masters, and welcome to this pick a card session for your shadow work. We have the deck shuffle and 3 random cards from the Dark Mirror Oracle deck placed before you. If you want to purchase this deck, look for the link in the description box below. You can pause the video and take your time to see if any of these cards resonate with you, and then use the time code in order to jump to the card you choose. This is card 1, 2, and 3. Don't forget there are many more pick a card videos to choose from. You can find them in my playlist, Shadow Work Pick a Shadow Card, on my channel's main page, so don't forget to hit the like, subscribe, and notification bell for more pick a card sessions. After you pick your card, I will explain what each card means in the book. Now, the book's description is poetic and can be confusing sometimes, but for the sake of sharing, I will read it out, then give you my interpretation of it. You will hear my interpretation when I remove my mask and speak with my normal voice. I will also give you a shadow prompt in order to get started on some shadow work based on the card you pick, together with Grabovoi Codes to help with your shadow work sessions, or sometimes a link to another video relating to the matter. Alright, let's get started. Pick a card and jump to the timestamp. The card that you picked is Peaceful Among Thorns, and is represented by the first quarter moon phase. It is illustrated with a futuristic monk, his skin crossed by small circuitry, meditates in the lotus position. An 8-pointed star inscribed within a circle is at his back, like thorns piercing the air. A golden lotus aura envelopes his body. The sentence that resonates with this card is, coexistence of the material and the spiritual is the human way to enlightenment. We talk too much about spiritual stuff, spiritual this, spiritual that. Not that the spiritual side isn't important, especially in an age where everything seems reduced to a materialistic drive, but aren't we going too much to the other side? I have a money problem, go spiritual. I have a health problem, go spiritual. I have a love problem, think of true love and go spiritual. I want to have sex, go spiritual. If we were truly able to solve problems like this, what is spiritual would have been sold in grocery stores. Sometimes to solve money problems, you need money. And to solve love problems, you need to have sex. Strange, but true. Getting spiritual is not what solves our problems, it is what gives depth to our solution. It makes them meaningful. It takes us from the small to the wide, from the river to the ocean. But sometimes we're not ready to make it ours, and therefore it's perfectly fine if we do not.
This card speaks some truth in that we tend to use spirituality to run away from our problems instead of fixing it. Oftentimes, we fall prey into trying to manifest our dreams and desires, but we are getting all the wrong instructions from fake gurus who want your money to buy into their courses, consultations, and seminars. I talked a lot about it in my video Shadow Work vs. Law of Attraction, which you can click on the link above or description box below to find out more. Spirituality is a tool for us to use. The true answers lie within you. You don't find your answers by faking happiness and trying to get in a high vibe. You find your answers by accepting your shadow. Use the shadow prompt. How have I used spirituality to escape my problems? When you look within, you will find that those problems did not go away, whether it is love or money, but rather the problem is suppressed. When you look at what the problem is, you can take active steps to fix it. It is called the law of inspired action. That's how the universe works. In your journey to fix the problems, spirituality is thus a powerful tool that helps you. But first, you have to take the journey. Use the Grabovoi Code of 918-77569-81818 to give yourself the protection you need in this journey. If you want to know how to use Grabovoi Codes in your sessions for meditating or journaling, check out the link above or in the description box below. I hope this session gives you something to work on. Pick up your shadow journals and let's start finding our inner and true authentic self. I'll try to post more pick a card every week depending on my schedule, so that gives you some time to sit with your shadow prompt and begin working on positive changes to a new life. If you found something new about yourself, don't forget to comment and share with others as well. This not only helps build courage and self-esteem, but it also encourages others that they are not alone. I'll see you in the next session. Namaste.
The card you picked is Blinded to Pain and is represented by the waning crescent moon. It is illustrated with flies. Pin. Not pin but ordered as bees, feeding off the neatly arranged blood. A woman's chest carved by a blade in a diamond pattern. Full lips, the color of blood. A blindfold on whom the last fly lingers. The sentence that resonates with this card is, carving oneself for every stroke of whip, and feeling so broken that it makes no difference to be whole. T.S. Eliot said, "A fly that lives a single day has lived as long as we." Yet, we accept the passage of time like it didn't matter. Like we don't matter. Every day a single line is added to the pattern, a single fly is added to the wall. We should take one more responsibility. We should take a little more abuse. We should take a little bit more pain. We smile in front of a little bit more indolence. We close our eyes to our wounds. We think we can endure it. It doesn't hurt. It doesn't hurt, we say to ourselves. Like men because it's manly to endure and be strong. Like women because it's feminine to endure and be strong. Like humans because the care and gentleness we feel is precious to others, and we don't dare to actually claim for ourselves. After all, we can do it. But it actually hurts. It's painful. Tears are better than feeding flies with our own blood. We can scream and say no, or ensure nonetheless. But remember that we are just humans, neither heroes nor saints.
We have all at times taken on more than we can handle, and oftentimes we grit our teeth and push through, only to create more stress in our lives. We do it because we want to do things for people, and it makes us feel good that we can help or at some point even better our lives. But people do take advantage of it sometimes. When they become so used to our help, it seems like it is required out of us from then on. Ask yourself with this shadow prompt, is there anyone that takes advantage of my kindness? This card is not about cutting someone off, but being aware that someone is taking advantage of you allows you to make better choices at setting boundaries. But what if you feel like it's family that's taking advantage of you? Awareness of this allows you to set healthy boundaries, such as having some me time to decompress. If you have a child, know that by having time to decompress and relieve stress puts you into a healthier mindset to parent your child. Don't push yourself to the limit that you break. Now is the time to take a look around. Use the Grabovoi Code 918-794-8181 to self-heal the body when you begin your shadow sessions. If you want to know how to use Grabovoi Codes in your sessions for meditating or journaling, check out the link above or in the description box below. I hope this session gives you something to work on. Pick up your shadow journals and let's start finding our inner and true authentic self. I'll try to post more pick a card every week depending on my schedule, so that gives you some time to sit with your shadow prompt and begin working on positive changes to a new life. If you found something new about yourself, don't forget to comment and share with others as well. This not only helps build courage and self-esteem, but it also encourages others that they are not alone. I'll see you in the next session. Namaste.
The card you chose is called The Child I Was Meant to Be. It is represented by the full moon and is illustrated with tones of lemon yellow and plum magenta with casings of sky blue and bright morning white. The serene face of a woman with gentle gesture holds a small growing plant made of dreams and new leaves. The sentence that resonates with this card is, "To go forward is to go backwards, as hope heals the wounds of the past." This is a card of connection with ourselves. So many times it feels like a dream. It's fleeting, uncertain, and yet clear. The moment you close your hand to grasp it, it turns into a fairy light and disappears. But it remains as a lingering smell, an ephemeral feeling of light and peaches and blossoms. It is faith. It is hope. It is a warm smile at the other side of the forest of smoke and mirrors. We can be whole again. We can be pure again. We can be happy again. No matter what we did, we can. Just know this as a gift of light among the cruel darkness. It brings no road, sometimes no solace, but it can become a seed of hope, a wind of change, a place for safety in a storm. Even if it's gone, it was definitely here.
We know that within all of us is an inner child, which I call the shadow child. I have a whole entire playlist just on healing the shadow child and why it's important. So this card relates to a whole entire journey one must take. It is perhaps so important that it took me 7 videos to guide others into proper healing and growth, which you can see on the link above or description below. But if you want something simple as a shadow prompt, ask yourself, what as a child have I not been given enough of? Every shadow child has unhealed or unexpressed wounds. For some, it could be not getting enough love and attention from our primary caregivers. For others, it was being told that we were not good enough. Begin to ask yourself sincerely and look back in the past, because this can be intense. My playlist of shadow child healing includes meditation, which you can use as well to make it easier. Or you can use the Grabovoi number 572-52241 for inner child healing. If you want to know how to use Grabovoi Codes in your sessions for meditating or journaling, check out the link above or in the description box below. I hope this session gives you something to work on. Pick up your shadow journals and let's start finding our inner and true authentic self. I'll try to post more pick a card every week depending on my schedule, so that gives you some time to sit with your shadow prompt and begin working on positive changes to a new life. If you found something new about yourself, don't forget to comment and share with others as well. This not only helps build courage and self-esteem, but it also encourages others that they are not alone. I'll see you in the next session. Namaste.